What up, bro? It's your man Dream Motivates right here with my man Prince. And before I introduce him, it's not the artist, obviously. Shout out to Prince. Got Dream and Prince in the room at the same time. I just want to shout out to everybody that's out there mixing it up, out there networking and grinding. You never know who you run into. Sure. And I literally was not going to go upstairs because we had to do this crazy thing that we've been doing all day. And we had a slot open. Yeah, one slot open. Literally, like I've been here all day, bro. Just like boom, 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 boom. And I just got to give a big old shout out to Xander, man. Shout out to Xander in the background, holding us down. X is in the building. The X Factor's here. And I said, man, we're going to do it. And he was looking at me crazy. He's like, bro, we not. I said, listen, we're going to fill up every slot, bro. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And the only one was missing was the 7 o'clock. And to be honest with you, I thought it was going to be lunch or dinner or whenever we eat. But nope. I went upstairs and I ran into my new brother from another mother. And super happy to have my brother. No further ado, my boy Prince is in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, world? Glad to be here, man.
Listen, man, shout out to all the husbands and fathers of the world, bro.
Absolutely, man.
You have 5.
I got 5 of them.
Man, congratulations, bro.
Thank God for everything.
Yeah,
man.
what?
I'm blessed.
What are the boy, girl?
I got 4 girls, 1 boy.
You got the son.
So my oldest is 11, then I have another girl after that.
Okay.
She just turned 5. Then my son came after that. He's 3 now. And then my twin girls, Bella and Alora, 1.5 years.
I want to stay right here, but I want to go back to before you got to this business. But I know if I don't ask you this, I'm going to forget. So you had the girls first. The boy was the third one?
So the oldest one came from my wife's previous relationship.
Okay.
That's still my daughter. So that's why
Shout
I
out.
said I don't even try to. Yeah,
Great.
so
that's a girl.
Then it's a girl. She's 11. And then the next one is a girl. She's now turned 5. And then my son came after that.
All right, I want to pause right there. When you found out you had a son, what was your feeling?
Man, unbelievable feeling because I felt like I want to be able to produce myself.
I felt the same way. And shout out to, so I have a daughter. Shout out to my daughter. And do you know, that's my, man, that's my heartbeat.
Them girls?
Them girls, she knows she can get anything out of me. She know how to play. She know how to play it.
You're taking advantage of me, man.
Big time. But man, when the doctor, I just knew I was cooked, bro. I just knew. I knew I was cooked. I knew that the doctor's like, yeah, another girl.
Yeah.
And man, I just knew he was gonna. I said, bro, I know it's a girl. Stop playing, whatever. Because you know how they say back in the day. Yeah, they're gonna catch up with you. You know, I said, I'm about to get it. And the doctor said, man, look, man, you must have been praying pretty good. I said, what, man? Don't play with me. He said, you got yourself a son.
Man, that feeling, bro.
I had to walk out the room, bro.
That feeling, bro. Man, I knew I shed a tear, man. I shed a tear, man.
I said, what?
So, man, listen.
To look at a little you, though.
Man, listen. And my son, like everything about that boy, mannerisms, the way he go about things, at that age, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
You're looking at a little you.
It's just a lighter version of me.
Yeah.
But that's me.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, man, it's unbelievable. It's like they make you want to just run through a wall, man.
Bro,
when you have kids,
about my
man,
son, bro.
There's no excuse.
Man, let me tell you about this quick story for my son. This happened 48 hours ago. I think I told D. I might not have told D. No, you heard the story yesterday. Yes, yeah. So my son plays baseball. He's 8 years old. He's the star of the team. Like, he's that dude. He's 8 years old. He a beast mode.
That's what's up,
one time for Joaquin's World, for real.
Okay.
So my man he's the shortstop. The pop fly goes up. And I know because me and him do this thing like every time he do a play, we do this.
I love that.
Every time, bro. I got so many. But like when he gets older, because he's gonna be in the MLB for real.
I love that.
I'm gonna show him as he gets older. We just got this one thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so the pop fly goes up. I said, "Oh, my boy about to catch that boy." 8 years old, so they not doing it like that. Yeah. So he go back. And he go back, and the other kid, you know, they're going back. Another kid trying to get another kid back, and they boom, pow. So, bro, my body came out of my body and out of nowhere. And I've never done this. Yeah. I ran to the field. Because I see him curled up. Yeah. And he rose up. And he was like, Daddy, Daddy. And he's bleeding. All his blood everywhere, bro. I was like, yo, oh my God. So I said, hold your head while I grab you. Yeah. So he's holding his head, Daddy, Daddy. So I'm running, and the whole crowd is like, oh my God, hysteria. Blood everywhere, bro. Yeah. So I put him to the side, said, somebody give him the paper towel, and I hit him. And now he got blood all in his hair. And I hit him. I'm trying to wipe. I just need to see where it's at. I just need to see how it look, right? And I wipe it, and I said, oh, thank you, Lord.
Thank God, yeah.
I said, bro, you good.
You good.
He said, Dad, I'm good. I said,
that's right. That's right.
He said, I said, no, you good.
That's right.
I said, you just got a little cut.
A little cut.
My man tooth.
Man.
The tooth hit him. And I said, well, I said, it happened to me. How I know? Because here we go. It happened to me. Right here. I'm like, bro, you got yours is here. Mine's is here. Same thing happened to me. Same age. I'm like, what is that? So I already knew what was going on. Wipe the blood off. Everybody's like, oh my God. Wipe it off. Get some water. Wipe it off. Get that. Clean him up. Put the Band-Aid on. All right, get back out there.
Respect. Say,
he's like, what? I said, get back out there.
Yeah.
I said, get back out there. You good?
Yeah.
Am I good?
That's right.
I know you. Shake it out. Come on.
That's right.
Shake it out. Come on. Shake it out.
It's a huge lesson, man.
And my man got back out on that field. Let's go.
It's a huge lesson, man.
Because, I mean, obviously, if we had to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
My man, he said, Dad, am I going to be okay? I said, son.
Yeah, you're going to be good.
You're going to be okay. And I just feel like when we know God,
man,
we have to know that he knows that we're going to be okay.
Listen.
You feel me?
Bro.
You know, and I think that's what God did with you today. You say you've been praying. Your wife is talking about the podcast. I never met you. You said, man, let's go. We down on the spot, and we here, man. So
same day.
Shout out to all the fathers out there. And I want to go back to, you're from Ghana, right?
Yeah, born and raised, man.
Tell us, so how long you been here?
I came to the States when I was like 9 or 10 years old.
Okay.
I just turned 40.
Okay, so you got here. So what memories of your hometown do you have? Do you ever go back or you?
Man, bro, I've been here, man.
Okay, got you. What memories do you have of Ghana?
Man, just growing up, it's just, we didn't really have much. Mm-hmm. Whatever we had, we made it work. And like, when you don't have much, you don't know you don't have much, right? Because you're in that environment, so everything looks normal. Man, we're playing on the street, playing soccer on the street. Cars coming, we stepping, playing in the gutters. Like, man, you
don't know.
You don't know. Back home, you get into fights, and it's like, you're a kid, so it's like you're not thinking about nothing, right? I feel like the man I am today, a lot of it came from that, right? Watching my grandparents raised me, right? At the time, my parents had moved abroad to the States, trying to make a better living, right? So my grandparents raised me, and that's really where my love for God started, right? Because like it's almost like they kind of not force it, but they kind of really like made a point that hey, as soon as you gonna live in this house, you're gonna have to follow some rules, right? And that's one of those things. Like I said, man, we just live a normal life, man. We go outside in the rain, play, dance. We don't know no better,
Dancing in
like
the rain,
many days where we went without no lights. Man, in the dark. Come from school, try to study. You gotta turn on like a lantern.
Yeah,
bro. Man, like you can't. Man, listen.
The kerosene lamp. Bro, bro. You know how many times I've said that to somebody and they didn't know what that was?
Man, listen, man. I can remember the scent to today.
Yeah, me too.
Turn it on and just like, but you don't know.
You got to put that wick up.
Man,
let that thing burn. Yeah.
Listen, and it's
that's
like,
crazy, man. I went through all that 3 weeks, 4 weeks at a time, no lights.
Oh, like this is many days, But so when I came in, I'm like, yo, this is different, But I felt like that upbringing really put something in me, man. Like the hunger, the desire, just wanted to just be my very best. Because I saw my grandmother, go into the market. She used to have a store at the market, like maybe like 2 miles from the house. We used to walk down there at 9. We used to walk.
What?
I used to walk like a mile to go to school, a mile and a half. Like, man, listen.
Really?
But I thank God for everything I experienced. Because it made me who I am today.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate everything more, right? Because when you come from little and you get to a place where you have much, you've been on both sides.
Yes.
Like Paul said, right? I've been a base and I've been abound. right? So you get, man, listen, bro. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
And it's like I'm so appreciative
Yeah.
of everything that happens to me, right? Because I was once at a place where, because I didn't know no better, right? I'm here now, and I look back like, man, can't believe God put me here, because now I can really change a lot of lives, right? You know, being able to take care of folks back home, man, it's a joy to be able to provide for people, man. You know,
Yeah.
so I feel super blessed, bro. Super blessed.
Man, and so when you do you remember coming to the States?
Oh yeah. Oh man, boy, listen, I could tell you.
Yeah, tell me that, like, that transitional.
Listen,
Like, how did that? I want to hear about that day and that time, that week.
man, one of my uncles, right? One of my uncles. You know, we've been applying for the visa for a minute. You know, it's like a long battle, man. For years, we've been waiting and waiting. So you kind of forget about it, right?
Gotcha.
So one day, my uncle came home, and he's talking to my grandfather, and now they talking, they excited. You know, man, what are you two people excited about? I came from school, and my uncle said, you know, today might be your last day going to school. I'm like, huh? What you mean? It might be your last day going to school. I said, what do you mean, Uncle? He said, man, we got it. We got what? You guys are going to go see your parents in America. Man, listen, the joy. Remember, I've been living with my grandparents, so I hadn't seen my parents.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah.
on, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. I need to process this. So you were in Ghana
Yeah.
and your parents left?
Yeah, so my dad left first, right? Actually, yeah, so my dad and my mom, they met in Germany. They gave birth to my oldest brother was born in Germany. So they came back, gave birth to me and my younger sibling in Africa. And then, you know, they really went to, you know, make a living in the States to try to provide, you know. So for like the vast majority of my childhood, I lived with my grandparents.
So, okay, wait, bro. I'm trying to process right now. So your dad moved to the States.
After Germany, from Ghana to Germany.
So okay, Ghana to Germany.
Yeah.
Okay, so and you were still in Ghana.
Remember, exactly. When he moved, I was still in Ghana.
You were still in Ghana.
Yeah.
How old were you when he left?
I would say, man, I would say maybe like 4, 5.
4. Okay, so you
probably
still
like
got
4. Man,
you still had those childhood, that part of your dad.
But the crazy part about, I don't remember too much, you know, my childhood, me and my dad and my mom. It's more so with my grandparents, right? Because
they
like I
raised
said, you know, the kids at a certain age, everything kind of clicks for you, right? You know, so yeah, they raised me, man. So yeah.
And then they said it's time to go.
So yeah, so when my dad and my mom moved to the United States from Germany to the United States, right? And you know, they've been here for several years, you know, been trying to obviously get settled here, get a home and all the work and stuff like that.
They're trying
to get us to come to the States.
So is that the thing? Is that the like, okay, because I couldn't imagine leaving my child, bro.
Oh man, listen, having them now, that's why I said, man, the sacrifices the parents make.
Man. So your parents left to come to the States to get a better life, to come back and get you.
My dad had a business back home.
Wow.
You know, that kind of, you know, they don't go as he planned it. You know, man, it used to be me, my mom, my siblings, all in one room.
Brother, I've been there.
Yeah. So you know, so it's like, I remember those days. You know, and then you know they came here, like I said, and for years they tried to get us to come, and you know we just, you know, they would send us stuff, they would send us gifts. You know, they would, like, I ain't seen my parents for years.
Wow,
right?
I can't imagine, bro.
But man, but you know, you kind of get used to it. You kind of get numb to it, right?
Not from your perspective.
Correct, of course, for the parents.
Your dad not seeing his baby.
Man, listen,
bro.
But you know, as parents, right? That's some of the sacrifices we have to make
That's
to be able to make
amazing.
a better living, right? You know, so he knew that. Hey, my grandfather told him, hey, you got to go. You know, you got to go to do what you got to do.
All right,
we'll
so
take care of everything.
okay, cool. All right, so that now I get it. So Uncle said, "Yo,"
he said, man, yo,
it's time to go, bro.
You guys might be going to the States. What you mean? Yeah, maybe you guys want to go see your parents, bro.
Wow.
The joy that came into my spirit. Because I remember, like, a month prior to that, I had got on the phone with my parents, and they were telling me how much they miss us, how much they you know, my parents kind of cried on the phone. Like, you know, as a child, I felt that, like, man, like, somebody really cared for me this deeply. They cried on the phone. It's like a month later.
This is a regular thing. People from Ghana to come. This is what they're.
Yeah.
You were willing to get him over here? Wow.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, you know,
Wow.
some kids
crazy.
get lucky where the parents can bring them, you know,
Yeah.
very, very early, you know, but it just the way it worked out, you know, but man, thank God it worked out that way because like
Yeah.
I said, that upbringing, man, I couldn't nothing like it, you know. So yeah, man, so when we found out, man, listen, that same very day, every toy, everything I had, man, I just started giving it away to my friends, bro. I'm like, man, I'm about to go to the United States, boy. I'm about to go like a fool, man. I started giving everything away, man. Literally, I remember that week, we took off the entire, you know, week of school because, you know, we're leaving like a couple of weeks, right? So I took off, I just started giving things away, man. Just,
that's what they say that people do when they win the lottery.
mm,
When you win the lottery,
yeah.
everything goes. You like, cause you about to.
But,
we're about to go get it over
But you know, that's crazy. That's the same time I started realizing, although we didn't have much, I realized how much more we had compared to my peers. That's the time when I started giving the things away and how they were so appreciative. You know, soccer cleats, you know, like, you know, whatever, like hats, whatever clothes. I would start giving them away. I'm like, man, and just the gratitude. Like, yo, I didn't have, but I have, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I really learned a lot of key childhood lessons. I even remember, like, you know, they had to get, like, you know, we flew on a plane just, you know, by ourselves. Just young kids, right? Obviously, they had, like, people kind of watching, like, just us, me and my siblings.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many?
It was me, I have an older brother, and I have a younger sister.
Okay, so y'all three
It's three
got
of us,
on the
man.
plane.
Got on the plane.
First time on the plane, obviously.
First time on the plane. I'm like, yo,
You're in the air,
even,
bro.
even going to the airport, I mean, like the level of excitement in my spirit, bro. It's like, it can't contain it. Got to the airport, I'm like, man, I saw the plane, like, yo, this is about to be crazy. 7, 8, 9 years old, you can imagine, man, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
We get on the flight, man, everything they giving me, I'm eating. Boy, I'm
For
eating.
sure.
I mean, I'm eating everything.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, you know, I wasn't scared. I was excited. You know,
Yeah.
got on the plane. You know, when the plane landed in America, like, I remember my dad drove from Maryland to New York to get us.
What state did y'all get? It was in Maryland?
Yeah, so my parents live in Maryland,
Okay,
right? But they
gotcha.
my dad drove from, cause the flight landed in LaGuardia Airport,
Okay,
New York. So
okay,
my
in
dad
New
drove
York.
from there.
Okay.
I remember it so vividly, to pick us up from there. And I remember the first food I remember having when I touched the States. He brought some muffins with him. Boy, like a pack of, man, when I said I ate them things, like, man, listen, I enjoyed
Now,
it.
what did you do when you seen your dad?
Yo, like the tears
Yeah.
of joy. Only my dad came. My mama had to go to work. But man, the tears from my dad, from my siblings, cause it's been years, man. I got to hug my father. Man, listen, boy, I was, you know, I just never been very emotional as a kid. Cause you know, you grew up in that environment, you know, you don't really know emotion,
Yeah, you
right?
gotta be
Because it's like you
tough.
gotta really, but seeing my dad, man, for that first time, man, it was just so amazing, man. Like I was just like, man,
You're
God,
9
thank
years
you,
old.
man. 9 years old, man. I
So
was
you're a
like, man,
year older than my son at that moment. Yeah, that's crazy.
bro, like it was just, picked us up in his car, man, got us in the car, man. The first spot he took us to was McDonald's. Or like 8 apple pies, boy. I ate. I enjoyed myself, man. You know, we the whole time we talking to him in the car, and it was just a blessing, man.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I love that, man, because, you know, the frustration that I get with so many of my mentees as a coach is the lack of, bro, I'm like, there's people that are trying to get here in the United States,
Bro.
and you are complaining, dog.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that you can do. There's so many, it's opportunities so much. And then you got somebody like you, when you get over here, oh, it's over.
Listen, bro.
It's time to go get it.
Bro, think about it. People are dying on the water to get to the States. Have you ever heard of anybody getting on the boat to leave the United States to go elsewhere?
No, sir.
No. This is the land of opportunity. I don't care how you slice and dice it. Anybody could come to this country and could make it. If you ever realize that most entrepreneurs that really make it big are foreigners.
Bro, they come out of nowhere, bro, and they be building every 7-Eleven, all the gas stations, all the nail shops, and it's because of one word, perspective.
Perspective. It's everything.
That's so crazy,
Do you
bro.
see the glass half full or half empty? Perspective.
Golly.
Bro, like I'm telling you, when I first started school, right, they put me in ESOL. Although I could speak English, but it wasn't my first language, so it was kind of like, you know. But man, in ESOL class, I was just, the kids would make fun of me because, bro, I could care less.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Just wait. Just wait.
Yeah.
And man, bro, like, in a matter of time, I was just shooting up. Because why? I was hungry. Hunger. Bro, listen. Hunger is the power of man, bro.
That's
hunger
real
is the
talk.
power of
Yeah,
man, bro.
yeah.
Listen, man, like.
Yeah, and then it's your level of exposure will change you. So when I tell people, so I don't watch scary movies, but I did go see Sinners, and watch out, that was a pretty good movie. I didn't know it was a scary movie though, so
Okay.
I watched that by default.
By default.
Matter of fact, my sister D Garrett, she said, I don't really like it, and I was like, I went by her word, but then I got forced to go watch it. And I was like, why D don't like this movie? So the movie was pretty good to me because I seen the subliminals in it.
Yeah.
But I don't watch scary movies for one reason. The problem with seeing something is you can't unsee it.
That's right. That's right.
I'm like, dang, I just seen that, bro. It's burning in my head now. Like, I can't see it. So when you're broken and there's lights off and there's food, and I had roach infestation.
Man, boy.
And I was dealing with that in my life. It was roaches everywhere, and the kids would make fun of us. And this is in the States, you know what I'm saying? So, when I'm out here, and bro, let me tell you something. I don't know what you felt when you walked up in here.
Man.
And me sitting here, but I promise you, sometimes I've sat on my balcony out here as people are walking up, and I think to myself, God, how did I get here? Bro. I was the kid that had no lights with roaches and rats and everything, and this God's grace. And so I was with my sister the other day. Me and D was outside, and it was a cool time, man. It was just one of them God days. And D pulled up on me, and I gave her some. She got her branded. She got her hats. Yeah. Her brand is rocking. I love people rocking their own brand, right? Because Chanel and Louis Vuitton, they don't know us like that.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but y'all doing your thing. But I wanted my sister rock her own brand. Yeah. And I was sitting out there, and I was saying to my sister, I was like, yeah, back in the day, I used to pull up like this, and I used to pop my trunk, and I used to sell like tennis shoes, or I sell like cologne and stuff like that. But the one thing that kept on, people keep coming for is the cologne. So I still got a cologne business, right? And I was like, yeah, I don't care. I said, I don't care about anybody. I walked up to anybody, and this was dude walking. I said, watch, I'm gonna go up to him.
Talk to him.
I walked to him, talked to my man, and my man was in the middle of Ubering, trying to make it. I told him to come to the meetup, gave him the cologne. Gave him the, sample of the cologne, and we ended up chopping up for like 30 minutes in the parking lot. Man, looked up Monday, bro, and he came to the spot.
Man, listen.
And he told me, he said, bro, I needed that. He said, you don't even know what you did to me in that parking lot, bro. And I spoke life into my brother. I said, bro, you got it. You got to keep grinding, know. But I shouldn't. And D was looking at me like, dang, what else don't you do? But when you in that situation where you ain't had nothing.
Bro, see, what you just explained right now, there's a verse in the Bible that says, despise not the days of small beginnings. Right? Because I think a lot of times when you starting out and you're not seeing the success, you just trying. You want to see it quick. Yeah. And when it's not coming quick, most people quit. But the winners, they finish. Through the struggles, through the pain, through the tribulation, they finish. That's why Paul said, I finished my race. The key thing is finish. Most people don't finish because they quit too soon. Yeah. That's why when you put food in the microwave compared when you cook it on the stove, what tastes better?
Come on, boy. You preaching today, boy. Right?
There's an effort in the time.
Come on. Hey, that slow roast tastes way better than the microwave,
stop
dog.
playing with me, man.
Yeah.
So
that's real.
Bro, back at home in Africa, we didn't really microwave food. We didn't really put food. Everything was made fresh every day.
Yeah, and
right?
it was roasted
and
on the fire.
You had to get out there and get it. Right? I was at 9, I'm pounding for food. Like, man, it's like, yo, you're part of what you're eating.
Wow.
You respect them more.
Wow.
Because you put effort in that. Right?
Wow.
You take care of your home more because, I don't got much, but what I got, man, I'm super thankful for. So I'm going to take care of that.
Bruh.
So my grandparents start teaching how to be clean.
Bruh, listen.
I'm a clean freak right now.
Bruh, listen. And I don't do what I did today, but I felt like you needed it. When we talked, you was like, hey, I just need to know where the money at. And then I went in one of my pocket and had to pull out something. I don't never do that. I never do that. But I felt like, because you're very clean, you're very sharp, you're very, and I know the eyes of, bro, don't be playing with me. I know that. I know that face. And that's the guy was like, just show your brother, like, just, like, bro, you good.
And
like,
your temperament too.
Yeah.
The way you approached me, it was very, very non-threatening. It was very, very like, man, I could feel the energy.
Yeah, appreciate you.
You know, and I feel like it was just so like unassuming.
Thank you.
Very, very positive, man. And like I said, you blessed me today, right? Because you came and speak to me today.
Yeah.
If you just had to walk by, I wouldn't be here today, right?
Right.
And nobody knows where this is going to go.
I appreciate it. That's
Divine
why I tell
intervention,
people
right?
so much about networking, bro.
It's everything, bro.
I want to talk about your business, man.
Yeah, sure.
I know, because I know you're blessing a lot of people, and you've been able to provide for your family.
Yeah.
Shout out to all 5 of your beautiful children, your beautiful wife. Talk to us about your business. What is your business model, and exactly, you know, because I wanna give you a value for you, you know, just coming here today. Talk to us about your business model and how you can bless other people with it.
Can I give a quick background story?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I remember I used to work at a food line, bagging groceries, right? Maybe I was 16, 17 years old, something like that, 17, 18. And man, my dad always told me, no matter what job you're doing, put a smile on your face. Be thankful for it. So man, every time I'm bagging the groceries, you know, I'm standing over there bagging, I'm smiling. So one gentleman kind of noticed me in the line, and he's like, look, man, when you finish, I want you to come to my office, right? I've never seen somebody bagging groceries and just so excited. I'm like, man, I'm thankful to have a job. So I go to his office, maybe like 2 or 3 minute walk. So I go to his office, you know, after I leave work. And what that man showed me at the age of 17, 18, completely transformed my life forever. Because what he showed me, I had never seen before. Financial concepts that schools don't teach. You don't learn from anywhere, right? I was in school learning algebra, trigonometry, all these kind of crazy topics that I never use. But what that man showed me that day, I said, oh man, I'm on to something here. I said, if what this man just showed me today, if it's half true, I would change my family tree forever. So since that very day, I started, told me about investing. I started investing $25 per month. I mean, I was working, I wasn't really helping my family out, whatever it was, you know. So I started investing $25 every single month. I think I never missed. Because what that man showed me, the concept of compound interest, I'm doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
So when I finish, you know, I'm going through. I started high school. In high school, mind you, high school, not really working, but guess what? I'm still finding a way to hustle and get that $25 to invest. And I'm investing. Every month. I finished high school, go to grad school. Man, I'm still doing it. By the grace of God, I got a full ride to go to grad school.
Oh wow, praise God.
Man, I'm going. I'm doing my thing. I'm steady and I'm doing my thing. Still investing. When I finish, I'm still keeping in contact with him. He became like a uncle father figure. We would talk. He would just advise me. Because I love knowledge. I thirst for knowledge.
Me too.
You know, I want to learn. I want to know. He would just keep educating me, right? So I remember when I finished school, he said, Prince, come to my office. And when I went to his office, and what that man showed me for that little bit of money I was investing every single month, right? And whenever I had a little more, I put in. When I had a little more, I put in, right? You know, so the discipline was there, right? So when that man showed me at the age, I was maybe like 20, my early 20, maybe like 26, 27. I got my PhD when I was 26, 27.
Oh wow!
Right? And
congratulations, bro.
I appreciate it. When that man showed, I said, "This is my money." 'Cause remember, it was set and forget automation. See, when you automate investing, you automate wealth accumulation. Right? So I didn't know. So I'm doing. He said, Prince, do you know what you're worth? I said, what I'm worth? What are you talking about? I ain't even start working yet. When I saw it, the light bulb went off. I said, hey, how can I help other people the same way you just helped me?
How much was in there?
Man, mind you, I would have at least like almost 50,000.
Because of compound.
Compound interest.
Good interest.
Remember, you talking about 18 to like almost 27.
27.
Remember, like I said, whatever I'll get, whatever extra money I'll get, I'll throw it in there. If it's 1,000, I'll throw it in there.
Yeah.
You know, when I went to school as well, not only they give me a full ride, they pay me as well. The power of knowledge, the power of study, the power of wanting to be bigger, the power of seriousness. They saw something in me. They gave me a full scholarship.
Yeah.
And they pay me. So I pay my rent. Whatever I had left over, I'm going to cook my food and I'm going to put that money in my account.
Yeah.
Because, I saw something at 17, 18. I said, this thing is true. I'm going to change my family tree. That's all I saw. That's all I saw. And man, when I found out it was true, it was over. It was over. I said, I ain't even start working. I got this. The game is over.
Yeah.
I just turned 40. There is no ifs, ands, buts about it. If God continues to allow me to be able to take breath. Being a multi-millionaire is a matter of not if, it's a when.
Yeah.
Right? So when I'm sitting there teaching people, it's from experience. I ain't saying it from no book. I live this.
That's right.
Right? So from when I saw what that man did for me, I said, man, how can I share the word and spread it and help everybody else? That's when my journey started. And when I see something that I know could benefit other people, I want to share it.
Yeah.
Right? Because, man, listen.
Yeah.
The Bible says, if you're faithful to a few, I shall make you ruler of many.
That's right.
I said, man, look, who can I serve? I just got to start getting my licenses. My first license I got was 2003 when he first showed it to me. But, I was not that, savvy and that, like, I didn't have the time. So I couldn't really get it going.
Yeah.
But I was still teaching folks here and there, right? A little bit here and there. But when I finished, I came back. He said, Prince, if you really want to do this and help other people, you got to get that license, get a license. And man, when I got all them licenses, man, everything took off. Because remember, I was helping folks without a license. I was just giving them free advice.
Wow.
And before you know it, man, I was getting invited to come and speak here, speak there, that church, that business, that meet. Once again, when I first started, I didn't see where God wanted to take it, right? But as long as I was serving other people, my time would come. I just didn't know when. Right? And man, I'm telling you, like, this has been the most amazing journey.
Yeah.
Ever.
And so you get to go around blessing people.
I get to go around and just share knowledge,
and
right?
share knowledge and change people's lives.
Listen,
so they can teach them how to use it.
You got to think about it, right? Money is so powerful. People tell you, oh, money's not everything. Yeah, not. You can't love money. The Bible says, listen, the Bible didn't say money was evil. It said the love of money is the root of all evil.
This is the second right? time somebody said that.
See, bro,
today.
This it's perspective, it's content. Because if you misquote it, you not have to serve it.
That's correct.
Right? But when you get the context and what it's saying, you not can live by it.
Yeah.
The love of money.
The love.
Because the Bible tells you cannot serve God and mammon. Mammon is what is a god of money. Because money is a very, very poor leader, poor master, but it's a great servant. But it's your perspective on it. And most people are suffering today because of wrong perspectives and not having the right education.
I love it.
We go to school. We learn calculus, trigonometry, algebra. When was the last time you used algebra?
Bruh, I don't know what pi, man, 3.14. Somebody need to.
Pi squared. Like,
yes.
come on. But when was the last time you used money?
Every day.
If kids are taught in
That
school
so true,
early
bro.
about money,
Yes.
how money works, learn about taxes, learn about investing, learn about insurances, learn about, like estate and will plan.
It was systematically set up though
Absolutely.
for failure.
Think about it,
Yeah.
man. Listen, man. Think about it.
Yeah.
As a business owner, what are you trying to create? You're trying to create employees,
Yeah.
right? So you have to be able to fix their mindset to need that job. That's why a business owner can never be an employee because they've already broken through the system.
Yeah, you can't unsee it.
You can't unsee it.
You be in there, be like, yeah,
Right?
I gotta go.
Because when somebody hires you, they pay you a certain amount. That certain amount, you not are basing your lifestyle on that amount of money. So when you have to leave it to go do your own thing, you now what? You're fearful because why? Your mind has never ever come around to the fact that, hey, I can do this by myself. What does the Bible say? He said we are made in the likeness and image of God.
Him. Oh, come on.
God is a creative God.
So he wants
So
us
if
to be
I'm made
creative.
in his likeness, I gotta be creative.
You gotta be creative.
I gotta be.
How
By
many times
nature.
I said that day?
By nature.
See,
right?
he knows.
But when you are in the system, it's hard to see outside of that. They give me all these benefits. They give me all these things. Pay vacation.
You pay your own
It's to
vacation.
keep But you see,
Bro, I went to Cabo the other day for $200.
but that's what I'm saying, though, right?
Because I know somebody that knows somebody.
But see, relationships is the new
It's
currency.
crazy. Bruh, say that again.
Relationships is the new currency.
Say that one more time.
Right? We out here, trying to worry about money. But man, relationship. Because guess what? You might know somebody that I'm needing to get me to the next level.
Yes.
But just through conversation. Boom. Hey, you know what, P? Holla, my man right there. That one conversation changed my whole life.
Man.
Relationships is the new currency.
Yeah.
And you have to value people. See, we use people and value money. It should be the other way around. You should value people and use the money.
There you go. That's a whole bar. That's a whole
See what
bar.
I'm saying, bro? It's perspective and thinking.
Look, so I already know it's some people that you got already blazing on fire. And there's definitely going to be a meeting after this meeting. You feel me?
Looking forward to it, man.
But before we go, man, I know you're helping people, and there's probably some people that need help that want to give them value that is looking at this right now on this camera, man. If you could, are you too busy, or are you still able to help people?
This is
right
my
now?
This is my life's passion, my life's work.
How do we get in contact with you? Like, how would you, what's your
So
outlet?
I was telling D just today. I don't really promote. I've never really. Everything I do is through word of mouth, right? One client. It's how I built my whole business, almost 20 years, right? But I realized that I gotta really, because I can only help but so many people, right? I need to be able to kind of get out there more. So, like I said, I got Instagram, so have my personal Instagram, but then have my business. So it's dr.p_ the THE money MONEY _architect. So Dr. P, the money architect.
Gotcha.
People can find me up. I do a lot of motivational quotes, and I do a lot of motivational speaking. And because to me, money just one component. You gotta get your mental right, right?
And
So
that's
when your mental is right, you can do what?
Anything.
Everything, right?
Yeah.
Because the mental affects your internal. What does the Bible say? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So if it's not in here, it can't come out. You got to put something in there, right? So like I said, for me, I love nothing more than being able to sit down with somebody face to face and just teach them about money and how money works. 10, 15, 20 minutes, I could change everything that you're doing. And there's never been a person I sat down with I wasn't able to impact somehow, some way. And for me, how I do my business, man, you don't owe me nothing. I just want to share the knowledge. If it's applicable to what you're doing, great. If it's not, I made a new friend.
I love it. And I know y'all probably scrambling, getting your phones and trying to, hey, y'all, what'd he say? What'd he say? So I got you.
It's dr.p_ the THE money MONEY _architect.
Shout out to the doctors in the building. You know what I'm saying? So what kind of doctor are you?
Man, I don't want to talk about that, man. I'm here to talk about money, man.
But I just want to make sure, because they don't want to be like Dr. Pepper.
Dr. P, like the Princess, P is
yeah.
you know what I mean? That's a whole talk for another conversation, man, But real talk, though, I just want to give a few bullet points before we go, right? Don't forget, out of 100 people working from age 25 to 65, 95% will not be able to retire with enough money. About 4% we able to have up to $1 million, and only 1% more than $5 million. So out of 100 people working, only 1% can achieve $5 million, and only 4% can achieve $1 million. Now think about that. The average person retiring today has $106,000 in their retirement account. Now, because of medicine, people are living longer and longer and longer. So if you retire at 65, 67, you live to 80, how long can 100K last you? I've seen people cry in front of me, man. It's because they didn't have the information. Tell me, I wish I would have met you in my early years. I would have been better. And all I want to do is spend my life making people's life better through education. Because you see, you can have knowledge, you can have understanding, but if you don't apply it, you don't have wisdom. Wisdom is application. So the Bible says what? Knowledge, what? Insight, and wisdom. Of the three things, wisdom is the principal thing. Because wisdom is the application of the knowledge and information, right? So,
man, my boy dropping the bars up here. Dr. P in the building.
Dr. P, man, the money architect. Stop playing, man.
Go ahead and follow my brother and make sure y'all connect with him. Tell him the Dream sent you. Also, I'm super excited about the networking. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
we want to invite everybody each and every other Monday to definitely come to the Mingle Mondays. Man, Dream motivates. Let the rest of your life be the best of your life and out earn the problem. We out here.